Is this 10?
Yeah. Made all the fingers.
3,
Dirty girl.
2, 1. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of Speak On It with the Keenan Boys. Episode 10, baby. Double hands, sons.
Jazz.
Spirit fingers.
Yeah.
Spirit fingers. I am, as always, Trevor Keenan, and this is...
Allegedly Jake.
Allegedly. Don't put the government on it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Actually, I'm in a decent mood today. I'm gonna kick right into it.
Kick it.
I unfortunately didn't end up going to work the last day of the week. I was eating some salmon, and I think I just had a really big piece of fish, and I think I undercooked it a little bit. So I was like,
Boo boo.
in Boo Boosville, and half it was that I was in Boo Boosville. I think I was mostly done with the Boo Boosville by probably like 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. But I had been up all night, so I didn't get no sleep, so I just ended up having to call in, so that kind of sucked. But now I feel good, like
Revitalized.
I made sure I hit the electrolytes, tons of water, ate a little bit. So yeah, I think I just unfortunately was a couple minutes early on my fish, and it made me a little sick to my stomach, so I wasn't able to go to work today, so that's unfortunate. So sorry to my crew that I normally work with, because that's always cruddy when somebody's not around.
Yeah.
So,
but if you lifting with boo boo guts,
yeah, I just didn't want to risk it. And the thing about it is, it'd be one thing if I was working in Lansing, which is where I'm supposed to normally be working, but I'm out in Detroit right now. I'm in Dearborn. Tomato. It's pretty much the same amount of distance home, about an hour and 20 minutes. So you don't want to be an hour and 20 minutes out. I've never shit my pants, and I want to keep that record pretty clean and clear. Yeah. And there's things you do, what they call pregame.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's performance comes from perfect preparation, and perfect preparation makes perfect performance. So there's things I do to make sure that I don't put myself between a rock and a doo-doo hard place.
Yeah.
And this was one of those. I was like, my guts were about 50-50 if I was going to be good to go. So I went ahead and pulled the plug and said that I was not good to go. Because, again, you don't want to be in Dearborn I've seen multiple porta-johns where there's a pair of underwears sitting right next to the side of it, because it's like somebody came here and didn't make it, and you just don't want to be an hour and a half from home and not make it.
Yeah, the BGs are for the radio, not for your pants.
Yeah, so I wasn't playing with that, so I wasn't able to go in, but I ended up sleeping till since I wasn't able to sleep last night, I ended up sleeping till noon 30, 1 o'clock this morning, or this afternoon. Yeah, and then since my stomach was super messed up, I ended up actually going and hitting. Only the second time I went to a recreational dispensary.
Oh.
And Skymint. It's actually gonna kind of be my shout out too, so I'm not gonna get too deep into it. But I went to Skymint and got some products, and it ended up really helping my stomach even more, and even allowed me to be able to eat a little bit of late lunch. Pretty much before you picked me up, I had a little late lunch, a little salad and a sandwich type deal. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I feel way better now.
That's good.
Super good.
I got a question. So on that topic, what if you're sick or have a hangover sickness? What would your revitalization meal be? What meal do you think would turn?
I used to have a go-to meal, and my go-to meal used to be. I haven't done it in a long time, so I don't even know if it's on their menu or how it works. But when I was really hanging out a lot, when I worked on the South Side years ago at CSO, my go-to meal the very next day is me and another dude. We would both order the double bacon cheeseburgers from Happy's Pizza.
Ooh, Happy's.
And they used to have these burgers that are real big burgers, but besides that, it looked like they took a handful of bacon and they chopped it all up and almost put it in one of them circle things that you use to make the egg, to make eggs circular perfectly. They put it in one of those and then pretty much dumped it patty style on top. So it was burger patty, cheese, patty of bacon, you know what I'm saying, formed bacon patty, cheese, another burger patty, cheese, and it was like a super burger, and it was so much grease and so much stuff that it didn't matter what you drank the night before. After you ate that, you were about right where you needed to be as far as like the grease and stuff in your stomach. So that used to be my go-to. Now
I feel like Happy's Pizza, definitely everybody sleeps on the burger. The person that brought me on the Happy's bandwagon for the burger is Zach, my roommate.
he knows about the burger too.
Oh yeah,
Every time I say
Zach
the
loved
burger, people always look at me funny. Same thing with, I used to know a guy that swore by their rib tips. He swore by their rib tips. I never tried them because I'm
salivating.
I'm not big on like if my barbecue can get like shipped to me, like delivered. I'm a little skeptical because it's just one of those things that I feel needs to be very homey. You need to sit down and eat. So I'm a little skeptical when I can get barbecue anything somewhere where I can drive out or not get out of my vehicle, so to say. So other than that, yeah, but like they're super slept on. That burger used to be my go-to every time, for sure.
I feel that.
What about yourself?
Oh, you didn't say what yours is now. You said Happy.
Oh yeah, sorry. My go-to now is kind of a
like
little
swine.
like swine. My go-to now is kind of a little bit. It's hit or miss. Either A, I'll just do my regular big black canister of water, which is 120. I think it's 120 ounce. Yeah, which is a pretty decent sized water bottle.
Pot of water.
I'll smash that and a half of one of those. So usually I'll put like almost 200 ounces of water or like 180 ounces of water, and then a Powerade. Or I'll go completely grease style and I'll get a Rally's Baconzilla, some chili cheese fries from there, and a chicken sandwich on the side.
I feel like Rally's fries are slept on too. If
Dude,
you go to Rally's,
the chili cheese fries there, slept on. The chili cheese fries, super good. Like I got
they're
them there.
glizzies, they're chili dogs.
Yeah, dude, I got them there the last 2 times I went, and I was like, dude, these are stellar. Like they were like probably the best thing I got there. Now the Baconzilla was still awesome, but like that's a lot. Like the chili cheese fries was the star of the meal for sure.
Rally's Baconzilla always it's a filling. It's a filling burger.
Sandwich.
Yeah, like I look at it and I have like
Jesus.
well, like I look at it and I usually, you know, I used to be fat, so I used to eat a lot more than I should have ate.
Right.
And I look at it and I kind of like look at the burger and I'm like, I got like 2 of these. And I get halfway through one of them and I'm like, I have that man versus food breath. I'm like, am I hitting the wall?
Yeah. Normally I'll eat the burger. I'll usually eat the burger, and then pass out with food coma, and then the next day for like breakfast / brunch is when I'll get the chicken sandwich and fries. Like
now my hangover food is if I'm not getting driven somewhere, I'll just order Ellis Taco, full plate of nachos.
You've always been a high on LS.
Yeah, I love full plate of nachos. And I'll just down it. I think it's the greasy chips. Well, the chips aren't greasy, but their chips aren't overly greasy. I want to put that out there.
Yeah.
They're not sopping wet chips. They're just right chips, but I feel like every fresh made chip, like place
you
has.
think LS has just the perfect chips?
I love their chips.
Okay.
I really love their chips.
Okay.
But I feel like every place that has like fresh made like tortilla chips, they have to be a bit greasy.
Yeah.
Their chips.
I mean, they're deep fried.
Yeah, they're chips and like the whole entire like plate with beans and cheese and all that stuff is good.
Yeah.
But if I get to go someplace, I'm going to Sparty's.
I always forget about Sparty's, man.
I'm going to Sparty's. I'm getting two gravy covered biscuits, side of bacon, and I'm getting their home fries with the chili and cheese over it.
Yeah.
I'm eating a plate of that because I feel like chili brings you back to life. Our dad swore by Wendy's chili.
No, that's facts. I will say, like, Mom's chili Mom and Dad both make a mean chili. Like, it's hard to say which one I like more. Like, they both make real good chili, and that stuff. When I was a teenager, sneaking out at night, and all of a sudden you get told that you're gonna have chili at the next night. I'm just laying in my bed dead, waiting for nighttime to get a double bowl of chili. You know how I eat my chili, with a big scoop of cheese, and I like to take a huge handful of crackers and I try to make it almost like cement.
Yeah.
Like,
find yourself someone that'll make you chili. Or find yourself someone that's gonna look at you like Trevor looks at chili.
Yeah, I look at a good bowl of chili like something else.
Looks at you like every kiss begins with K.
So yeah, I definitely feel that chili's the way to go.
So my week's been okay.
Yeah.
It's been okay. Started a new job. It's a little confusing finding my pace for the job.
Yeah.
It's different. I'm not teaching kids. I'm teaching a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm assisting a kid, and it's fun. Can't get.
What's the kid's name?
Can't say it.
That's fair.
So for my job, I can't disclose a lot of the details about it.
That's
It's because it's through an agency that is
It's cool.
that gets offered by insurance.
It's cool. Just keep secrets.
Yeah,
Whatever.
that gets offered by insurance. But
That's cool.
I can tell you some of the activities that I got to participate in this week. I built a fort. With sticks, like a teepee fort. Helped the kid ride a bike.
Damn, man, dude, I'm in the wrong trade. I didn't even do what you do and getting paid, bro.
Yeah, dude, it's fun.
Oh yeah,
It's fun, you
awesome.
know. It's fun, real cool. It's enjoyable.
Right.
It's been an enjoyable week. I didn't come into it thinking it'd be a crazy difficult task or a crazy difficult job, but I didn't expect for it to be like as chill as it's
That's
been.
super chill.
Yeah, super chill as it's been. So
That's
like,
awesome.
hey, I'm looking forward to it if it's just gonna keep like this. I'm used to like a little bit of a hectic classroom from time to time, and it's just for me, it's just like, okay, we're gonna do this. All right, we're gonna do this. Okay, well, we'll do this then that.
So do you have a necessary curriculum
Yes.
that you have to follow, or is it just like you just go in there and
I
have a
assist.
good day?
Yeah, basically have a good day. I assist in having a good day. You know, there's
So who's teaching him?
teachers.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, it's just normal.
You're an aide.
Yeah, I'm an assistant. I'm a behavioral technician. So that's my official title.
You're that kid's aides.
Don't you call me AIDS? It's not fair.
Your aides.
But yeah, no, I had an overall good week. I have been working half days. Hopefully, I can get into the groove of working full days. But either way, I'm getting paid more.
Right.
Getting paid more to do way less, and even though I'm putting forth the same effort.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been real chill.
No, that's awesome.
Real chill, and hopefully like it keeps the same pattern. I was able to go discing on Wednesday.
Right. I kind of wanted to go today, but you didn't get out until like 5:30ish. If you would have got out at like right at 5, I would have said let's hit around and then hit. We could have podcast like an hour later.
I have to write notes at the end of my day.
No, yeah, work always comes first.
But yeah.
But my week, man, dude, I've been pretty glum about, because I'm still out there in Detroit, dude. It's eating me, dude. I've had the hum-hos about it. I tell you what, dude. Like it's rough, man. It's getting to me. So I'm trying to stay as positive as I can. Although, like, I don't know how many more months I can go waking up at the time. I mean, I wake up at 3:30 every morning, and that's like just enough time for me to walk the dog. You know what I mean? Get ready for work, make my lunch, and then I get picked up around like 4:30ish. So like, I really don't even have a lot of time to like chill. I get about 15-20 minutes ish to like sit down before I get picked up and I get ready to go and get shipped off to Detroit. So it's I've been kind of depressed about that, just being openly honest about it. But it's been making me. I guess it's kind of a good thing because it's been making me think about things in a broader perspective. Not like I'm planning on getting necessarily out of the trades or anything like that. But I was told again, and I believe I even got a confirmation email. Anyone that worked in the trades during this pandemic stuff gets like a couple $1,000s free cash to go towards community college. So I was looking at other things in the trades. Like I was thinking maybe even like construction management. Like I don't know exactly how long that degree is, but that they make like, like for their first year type stuff, they make like 60K, and it only goes up from there, and they average somewhere around like 85K. But I guess I don't understand. I don't really understand exactly what the career is of a construction manager or construction management. So I wanted to look into it. So it just kind of made me start looking at things a little bit more, because man, I just
devising a plan to make a life that works better for you.
Works with me, because I do get a partial compensation. Like I don't know really how much I'm even allowed to say, but I get a partial compensation, but it's nowhere near worth it, because when I leave my house at like 4:35 every day, I get home at 4:35 every day. So that feels like I work 60 hours a week. But my paycheck only shows that I worked 40 ish hours a week. So it makes it a really difficult to stay motivated to go. In no way is that why I called in today. I just didn't fucking feel well.
Salmon.
But it also it doesn't. I can understand why there's guys that do call in a bunch, because it's very hard for me to want to go there, especially when the wage I make, for doing what I do. And not to downplay anything, but I got boots on. I'm in high ceilings and crawl spaces. I got 20 pounds of tools on. I know, I get it. Woe is me. I'm not crying. My dad's been doing it for as long as I've been alive. You know what I mean? And barely complains. So I'm not trying to gripe about it. But at the same time, there's people that make just as much as what he makes, and essentially, wear sneakers to work like how you do. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's. It sounds really petty to say it in that way, but it's my best way to like summarize it. Like, I wear boots to get paid to do something, and you're allowed to wear sneakers, and you make more than I do, which is fun. You don't have to be like disappointed. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
No, I understand.
But it's just like I should feel like I should get a little bit more for the things I'm doing, and the.
What I do is,
and even on top of that, like, not to cut you off, but like in the trades you have to invest your own money. So like just this year alone, I've put in, not including like boots and work pants and all, not including clothes, I've put in $1,600 of my own cash in tools. So it's like.
I understand.
You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it's one of those things where it's like, dude, there's people that are going to work in sweatshirts and sneakers that are getting paid a similar amount or more than what I'm getting paid, and I'm putting in $2,000 in tools this year. So it's like, it's just, again, I'm trying not to be super negative about it, like, but I'm just putting it into perspective. You know what I mean? For anybody that's listening, again, like, my dad's been doing it for forever, so he's not gonna have any sympathy for it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm just trying to think of how to use my brain to work smarter and get the most money for my potential, and get the most out of my days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
kind of beat the what do they call it? Beat the rat race.
So I was looking at, doing construction management. Maybe that's something where, I don't know, but it looks, I don't know. So we'll see what comes of it. So I was looking at some other things in the similar trade field, and some other routes and stuff like that. So
I feel that.
Yeah.
So just a little bit of a tidbit on our tournament. Our tournament's gonna start next week.
Yeah, because we forgot about it for a while when we went to this new format. So we just found the actual tournament bracket. So we're gonna do like 2 or 3 of the battles each week. We'll maybe me and him will talk off air, and we will give a couple of the match outs and give ourselves a little bit of time to watch highlights on each person, and then go from there and see exactly how we feel about it after that situation. Just so that way we're like fresh on the topic. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and we don't kind of give a half-hearted explanation of why a person wins versus another person.
Yeah.
Because it's easy to say, I like this person, I think they're better than this person. Why? Because I watched it.
And I feel like it's also easy to like forget the memories that we had for that person if it's been a while since we watched them. You know what I mean? We might think that we know who we're talking about, and then all of a sudden we watch it later and be like, dude, that was actually like my favorite guy. So you know what I mean? Like, give us time to actually have a really good summary on those things and see, you know, how that plays out. So I heard from a birdie, a silverback birdie, that you were out working on your run up.
Yeah.
How's your
Wednesday.
run up and how's your disc golf run up going?
A
little wild.
Yeah, it's different. I wouldn't say it's difficult because like it's mine. So there's
You can do it anyway.
Yeah, it's
right.
Yeah,
Just as long as you're still doing the X step
yeah,
itself.
It's different. It's different. I definitely got my furthest drive on a couple holes. My furthest and straightest drive on a couple holes. Yeah, like
I told you it's gonna make you go. Was it by a lot?
For one of them by a lot.
Yeah.
Cool. So for hole, I want to. Is it 7 or 8? That's the straightaway between the trees, right after the smoke hole.
After the smoke hole?
Yeah. If you're
okay, so you're 8. So 8.
8. Yeah. So 8. I did like a little run up. I'm trying not to do a gallop into it, but I'll say walk up. I'm not doing it fast. Did a walk up, pressed into it, and yammed it.
Yeah.
Yammed it down there, and I'll say I was about 20 foot away from
the pin.
Yeah.
That's a great throw.
Yeah, 20 foot away from the pin, straight.
Yeah, that's a
Straight.
throw.
Like there's kind of a Y branch up there, and I cut right through the top of the Y because it turned over.
Back.
Yeah, and I was like, damn.
Right.
And that guy was walking up with a rake. He was like, I was like, yeah, out here.
He said I'm out here. Yeah, I think Dad.
I'm out here grinding.
I asked Dad if he was going to want to play this afternoon, and he told me that he was going to get with me about playing tomorrow. So we're supposed to play sometime tomorrow.
Yeah.
Which will be nice. I also got hit up by Dylan Mowbray. Said that they're going out to Birchfield at 1 or 2 o'clock because it's his birthday to go play disc golf. If we don't make it out there, I don't drive, so and Jake's getting his car worked on tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if by chance we don't get out there, happy birthday to Dylan Mowbray. Known him for forever. So yeah, but they're going out to Birchfield for his birthday to play out there. So
I did have a disc go in the water the other day.
I feel like that's going to be the only thing that's going to be your new problem is learning your coordinate, like learning your actual like timing of it because you're just starting to run up, but you're going to, I can easily see you getting an extra 50, 75, if not 100 foot on your drive.
Yeah.
Because you're actually pulling through.
I'm
with
moving.
your hips. Yeah.
I'm moving
You're generating forward motion.
Rather than working off of my pull through and snap, there's a whole entire another thing that's going into it.
Yeah. So
I'm trying to remember the hula hoop, where I have a hula hoop on my bottom, a hula hoop on my top, where I have to hit through.
Trying to bring it all through.
Yeah. It's difficult for me. It's difficult for me to remember that, and it's also difficult for me to not be in my starting position. And I'll bring it across, but if I'm walking with it.
So are you going to be running up tomorrow when we play? Might as well.
Probably, yeah.
Might as well.
I said as soon as the snow is off the ground, I'm gonna start doing that. And the snow is off the ground on Wednesday, and I figured it was a good day to kind of go out there since I was gonna work on my car on Wednesday, but we didn't find the part. But we have the part as of today. So yeah, I just took advantage of it. I went out there and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I have the rest of the day to myself. So I'm just gonna throw
Honest,
one
man. I don't know when he's gonna want to go, man. I might, depending on what time he wants to go, I might end up either scootering or Ubering or something, getting myself out there early and playing a few rounds. Like, trying to enjoy it, depending on how cold it's supposed to be.
I want to get to a place where I can play 2 rounds back to back. I find myself throwing. I don't want to say dumb because that wouldn't be fair. I find myself throwing off towards the end of my round.
Oh, so you're saying you're not to the point where you're saying you get fatigued near the end of your rounds?
I get technically fatigued. I don't get physically fatigued, but like.
So what are you gonna do to get yourself to the point? Because I
think
would
more.
If Dad ever had the time, or if you guys ever had the time, I prefer to play 2 rounds of golf.
I feel like.
Because I feel like I start playing, and not to keep cutting you off, but I feel like if you notice in my game, I normally how it goes is Dad and you will be like sometimes beating me for like half the round. And then all of a sudden, I just start winning. You know what I mean? So I feel like I do better once I'm actually warmed up, and once I get to like hole 6-ish, I feel like I start to actually shine because I'm really getting in my groove and I'm real stretched out and ready to throw.
I feel like I'll play good in at least the first 10 holes. Like that'll be my consistent. This is where I'm at. I mean, I might be throwing a little bit. I might have a couple wonky drives just because driving is such a different thing for me. From standing still, from feeling out my bag. Like it was hard for me to gauge myself in the winter time. So now I'm trying to figure out which disc is for each hole, rather than trying not to lose a disc in disc golf.
Right.
But yeah, I'd say I have 10 consistent disc golf holes before like my technical skill starts to wear off.
And why do you think your technical skill starts to wear off?
It's just after playing that many holes, like
I think your brain just turns off.
Yeah, I think I just I'm outside. I just want to get up and throw, and like I think I'm in the rhythm, so like I don't want to overthink everything, where I should be at least thinking the same amount for every hole.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of get in the mood where I'm like I should be here, and in all reality, you should think the same amount for probably every hole.
And for every shot, giving it just a little bit of thought.
Yeah, it's just hard. It's hard for me to gauge how much thought I need to put under a hole.
I feel that.
And then once I reach 10 holes, I'm out playing disc golf, and I think I should be throwing consistent, whereas I don't want to overthink everything. So like, I got to get to a point where I'm confident in my disc choice for every hole, to where I won't need to be like fatigued technically by stuff, where it's like, oh man, I know I'm throwing this disc, I know I'm throwing that disc, I don't need to overthink this hole, but I need to
and
think
I think
hole.
Maybe that's where I don't have the same issue, because I've gone out there, I've just put in more rounds than you in the recent years, because I'm pretty much, for the most part, you notice, I know exactly which disc I'm throwing for every hole. It's like, not that I don't think about the shot, but I've already thrown that hole so many times, so unless I lose, insert whatever disc, you know what I mean, like hole 1, I'm throwing a Hades, or if it's windy, I'm throwing my Zeus. You know what I mean, hole 2, I'm throwing a sidearm Zeus shot, or I'm throwing a backhand putter mid-range down the middle. You know what I mean? Hole 3, I'm throwing a flip up to flat fucking Undertaker shot. You know, I can tell you, and I can tell you for every single hole we play out there, including the alternates, exactly which disc I'm using, and exactly which line I'm trying to, or which flight pattern I want my disc to hit for that line. So I feel like I don't have that mental fatigue, because I've already done those things. And you're still learning those things.
Yeah, they did put up the alternates for NAM. Past NAM,
I've seen it, because they're gonna have a tournament out there real soon, not like this.
But yeah, so I'd say the whole going through my head, hole 13. It's either 13 or 12, which is right after the long drive over the hill.
Okay.
Over the double hill, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That one was, as soon as I figured out in my head, I was like, man, I'm not thinking enough for this stuff. and I just like I was overconfident in my get up and throw thing because like I threw it and I was trying to get the S, and I didn't even go like this across my body. I just whipped it and I added more bend to my hand than I usually do because I'm trying to get the S, and it just hit the wind and took off to the other way, and I was like, I was like, if I would have even like had a second breath for thinking for this, I would have known like,
to contemplate where the wind was going.
Yeah, because it was just a windy day, and I was keeping that in mind the whole entire day up until that hole, and I was like, and then I'd say after that I just kept forgetting that wind was a thing.
Yeah, I feel that.
And I'd lose distance, or like the disc would go in a direction that I didn't expect it to. So I was kind of just like, man,
dude, I'm really committed to this. I almost bought a fucking basket at like 12:30, 1 o'clock this afternoon. I almost ordered a basket, but it just cost too much money.
Oh, so on the topic of impulse buys, what would be an impulse buy that you do that on off disc golfing, but what would be an impulse buy that you've thought of but probably have talked yourself out of?
PS5.
A PS5.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, because how Xbox and stuff work is usually the gen before, like if you got the newest generation, will usually be good for about 10 to 15 years. So I bought my Xbox only like 5 or 6 years ago. I think less than 5 years ago, to be honest with you. No, probably about 5 years ago. And I got the Xbox One S, you know what I mean, with all the bells and whistles at the time. So I still got about 5 years or so ish before my Xbox becomes obsolete, and then at that time I'll get whatever I'll probably skip directly over what this Xbox is and just get whatever the newest model will become. So my thought process on that was I was going to get the PS5 because then I wouldn't need to get a Sony product for the next decade.
Yeah.
But man, $500-$600 is steep, man.
Yeah, dude, especially with the scalpers. Man. The scalpers that the only way you're gonna get one immediately, rather than ordering it out ahead of time.
Even ordering it out is $500-$600.
Well, I'm saying the only way you're gonna get one immediately is if you buy 200% value.
Right, and you're paying $1,000 for it.
Yeah, $1,000 or something you're already unsure of.
Yeah. So I have talked myself out of that twice because I was just like, dude, I'm not in a place where half a G is even close to, like, a couple $100 really isn't manageable for me either necessarily, but it's doable. I can figure it out. You know what I mean? But like $1,000, half $1,000, because really when you think about after you pay for the game, I gotta have like a controller or headset for it right off rip. Because what are you gonna do? Not have one?
Yeah, not talk to people. You introvert.
That's trash. Gotta pay for, you know what I'm saying, PS Live, you know what I'm saying? Because what am I gonna do? Not talk to nobody? Not be online? Well, that's trash. I gotta get the new NBA. Gotta get the Madden. Gotta cop. I wouldn't play Call of Duty, but like for me, if I get it, really I wouldn't need the Madden or any of that. I was just speaking like in generals. But like I would have to get the God of War series. Yeah. It's the whole reason why I wanted it. I'd have to get the 2 newest Spider-Mans because it's the whole reason why I wanted it. So right off rip, I'm gonna spend $100 to $150, upwards to $200 on games alone. So that's $1,000. Yeah. On this system, and it's like, man, I don't have the money for it. Excuse me.
I feel it.
At the moment, at least, like I'm not in a position where I can spend $1,000 just willy nilly like that.
Yeah. For me, it's a laptop. It's dropping about $1,500 to $2,000 on a laptop.
I feel that. And I've looked at a MacBook,
but I'm one of the few people I know that has never really been into computers like that. Right. When I played League, it's been like a year or so since I've played League of Legends, and that was on another friend's souped up PC. But like I look at laptops, I'm like, man, that'd be awesome. But I have a laptop on my desk that I only touch like once a week to check business emails and to like figure some stuff out every once in a while. But so it's like I don't want to drop $2,000 on something that I'm not gonna touch
once a month.
Yeah,
I feel that.
It's not an ex-wife.
I feel that. I feel that completely.
But yeah, they're nice. There's all the bells and whistles and all the cool things that they offer. Like I can see the $2,000 value, but I can't see it being.
What is something that's that you would make your life easier or is almost necessary that for some reason you just have a problem pulling the plug on buying?
Oh my god.
I can tell you mine.
Yeah, you tell me yours.
Mine is fucking work jeans. I don't know why, but for some reason, dude, I hate buying work jeans because every time I buy them, I'm like, dude, dude, I had one time, it was like 2 months ago actually, I had like 7-8 pairs of work jeans, which is good. That's one for every day of the week plus a couple extras. That's square for work jeans. That's not including my go out jeans, like shorts, all other type stuff. So that's good. And in 1 week, I ripped every single pair of those work jeans in the same spot, ripped in the crotch. Every single one had a different severity of crotch rip from bending down to get something or bending like in like a catcher's position like to do something. Like I lost all 7 pairs of jeans in essentially a week and a half of work because I work Monday through Friday. So in a week and a half, I lost every pair of jeans I ever owned for work, and I'm still having to use some of those hold the crotch jeans to like go to work. So I bought 2 pair of work jeans, and I know that I need to buy a couple more pair, but for some reason I can't pull the plug on spending $30-$40 upwards of $50 because I don't like getting like cruddy Meyer work jeans that are $25 because those are, for me, I don't know what it is about me, but for me, those type of jeans, those will get ripped and shredded fast.
It's like driving on a donut.
Yeah, real fast. Those are some. Yeah, exactly. That's like if I rip my crotch on the way to a wedding and I have to be wearing blue jeans because it's not that classy at a wedding. Pulled
or you don't like the people.
Pulled some on and got out there. That's what that's for me. But
they're
like
serving deviled eggs at this wedding.
Like these are my work jeans, you know what I mean? And these are some Levi's and they're $50. And it's like, it's hard for me to pull the plug on spending $50 on something where I know I'm deliberately going to be on my knees in drywall dust and using a knife and stuff all around. It's like it's hard for me to spend $40-$50 on something where I know is getting used directly to get ruined.
Okay, so I guess I have a couple of those, but I'll list some of them. So one is my back windshield. Well, was my back windshield wiper blade. I got a new one. It turns out the arm's broken.
Ooh.
So
it's not even an arm.
Yeah. The blade's fine. The blade's been fine.
Whole time.
I knew the blade was fine. My wallet knew the blade was fine too. But yeah, I need a new arm. It used to be pants, but I asked for pants for Christmas and I got some pants on the side for me.
Now you all good.
I have a drawer that doesn't open that well because I have like a bottom apparel. They're not. I have
tons of other pants. I just don't have work pants.
Yeah, they're not all like. I could use more pants, but as of right now, I'll say plain black socks and beaters.
I can't. You know what's weird? I can't wear white socks. I hate white Hanes socks. For some reason, I think they look trash. Like you either wear some blacks or you wear some grays. Yeah. Like, get your life together.
I'm not...
like, even my work socks are black and gray. Yeah. And I just bought a full pack of ankle socks. Full pack, 24 pair of these gray ankle socks.
Well, I have like, for those of you that don't know me, I have like not comical socks, but I have like colorful socks.
Yeah, you got me into they're dress socks.
Yeah, I have colorful dress socks and I like them, but I wear them for everything and they end up getting ripped really easily and I get bummed out because I'm like, oh cool, these got ripped. And like I even had painting socks, but I wore my painting socks like I'd have one painting on one leg, one painting on the other leg.
Right.
Just because like if you have one painting next to the same painting, one's a fake, the other one's undervalued. That was like my mentality, my work mentality. But like, I need to buy plain black socks. They're not gonna bust the bank,
Right.
and I need to buy more beaters because I bought a new pack of beaters and I love them. The same thing with underwear.
It feels so good when they're nice and tight.
Same thing with the new pack of underwear. I have enough underwear now, but like I still have a row of five of my 10 underwear that I have not worn. They all have the tape on them. When I know that the day is gonna suck, or I know that I'm gonna have to impress someone, untape the new
The
one.
fresh ones.
Yeah, untape the fresh ones. But with beaters, I have like 4, like I don't want to say nasty, but I have 4 worn out beaters that are just like.
I feel you. I
whatever.
got 2 that are a little worn out, but I have so many beaters.
Yeah.
Like I probably got 40 beaters in gray, black, and dark blue
I only
and
buy
white.
black beaters.
I wear gray, black, and navy blue.
I wear black beaters because no matter what I get on the beater, it's not gonna stain it.
Yeah,
it's not gonna stain
facts.
it. But I have like 3 good new beaters, and I don't like pasting them out.
Right.
I don't because I look at the
The
worn beater.
ones are like, those are shit.
I'm like,
wearing
man,
new stuff.
does this look good, feel good? I don't look good or feel good.
I'm
in this.
taking a good beater.
Yeah, it's like.
Because a good beater, I tell you what, it does
Hey.
make you feel great when
Yeah.
it's nice and tight. Like it still like sucks down. Yeah.
I don't have the most appealing body, but in a good beater,
In a beater, you look crisp.
Yeah.
A crisp beater will get you there.
I look like I'm about to stance up on you.
I feel that.
But yeah, I'd say beaters and socks.
Yeah.
Beaters and socks, definitely not windshield wiper blades.
Yeah. I feel that.
It's
Yeah.
done on nobody's
So
windshield
yeah,
wiper
mine
blades.
is definitely work pants. So what else do you think? What do you got left to talk about? What do you think?
So I was gonna ask, what would your dream place to live be?
Like location or?
Location, place. They kind of go hand in hand because if you think of a place, you probably have. Well, if you think of a location, you probably have the setup.
So I have 3 kind of.
Oh, look at you, bougie.
Yeah, like I have 3 that I'm in between that I'm unsure on which one I'm gonna fulfill. Like Cali's been one. I've been there a couple times and it wowed me, I guess. So it'd be nice to have some place like right on the beach of California. But I hear like scientists say that, you know what I mean, like
Going to the
California's
ocean.
not the safest spot. Well, just for a lot of reasons. Like so California's one of them. Right on the beach. Another one would be, I really have always wanted to go to Texas. I really don't have a particular spot. I guess I'd like to go somewhere that's popping, Austin or San Antonio, just because I like being around the city-ish. Like, I wouldn't necessarily need to be living in those places, but I'd like to be near those places, so that way I can be near the big city and stuff. And then the final spot would be North Carolina, to go back, you know what I mean, to where we used to live, because I feel like North Carolina is similar to Michigan, but when it comes to having all 4 seasons, but I think all 4 of the seasons are better and more solidified. Like I feel like
smoothie.
yeah, your summer is summer, then it's ended. Your winter is winter, then it's ended. Your fall is fall ended. Spring ended. Like there is no mix, like even how it was today, which today was decent, but like if you thought about it, like today started out, it was almost freezing. 32 degrees is freezing, correct?
I believe so.
Yeah. It was like 34 degrees this morning when I woke up and didn't feel well. And then by like 1:32 o'clock, it was like 60 degrees. You know what I mean? And it's like, man, that's kind of, it's going to, and obviously that's not necessarily terrible of a switch, but you know what I'm talking about. There's days where it's like super hot and it's like 70 degrees, but then it snowed that morning type of thing. Like so I think North Carolina has more solidified seasons from what I can remember when we lived there. So it would be between those 2 places for me. To be honest, I'd probably lean on the last 2 more than California at the current moment.
Yeah, those are good places. For me, I recently, not recently, so I'd say three years ago, I visited Reno, Nevada, and it was my first time really going out of state for an extended period of time. Like the only time I had went out of state prior to that was going to Chicago to pick up Dad from the airport, and I fell in love with it. Fell in love with Nevada. I really want to live in Reno. It has a lot to offer. Big bustling city, college campus. There, it has an In-N-Out burger. It has the railroad really close by, and like ideally, I would like to do trips on the railroad because I didn't mind it. It was very fun for me.
Yeah.
So I'd like to live in Reno, Nevada. There's some disc golf courses out there. It's very pleasant weather. It's dry heat. You don't know what dry heat is until you experienced it. Yeah. It's way more fun than being muggy and damp and fucking.
Well, it's not necessarily that it's more fun, but 80 degrees in dry heat feels like 67, 8. 80 degrees in dry heat feels like a 70 or a 68 in our muggy heat here-ish. And even then that's a bad comparison because it's just not sticky. It's hot, but it's not sticky.
I like gambling. I like not to be not to be written in a bad light, but like, hey, every single like.
So why not Vegas?
Cause I don't want to be
been to Vegas though.
I just don't want to be somewhere where everyone else goes for vacation. Just because I could understand how tolling, taxing, or like shitty it'd be because at least in Reno you have a consistent type of person, but in Vegas there's a lot of anomalies for who's gonna go there, and a lot of people have an expectation of making it their trip. So I feel like it wouldn't be a very homey city to me.
So when are we taking our trip to Vegas and doing our Friday podcast there?
Ooh,
that's what we should do. Is one of these we should save up some money and go on a Thursday, and we'll plan our trip and where we're gonna stay. Go on a Thursday.
Fly out to Vegas.
Ooh. Do our podcast Friday from Vegas. Saturday, Sunday hang out. Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon, fly home.
Vegas trip. Let's
Keenan Boys speak on Vegas.
Yeah, the Keenan Boys speak on Vegas. That'd be tight.
We should plan that. We'll have to put. I'll start putting away a little bit of money here and there. Doesn't take, dude. I went there broke as a joke last time. I paid for my ticket, and I went to Vegas with like $600, and that was before we split our hotel. So after we split our hotel, I literally was in Vegas for like 4 or 5 days with like $300-400. So this time I'm gonna go with like actual like
stimulus to Vegas.
A good like I'll go there with at least like I want to go there with at least like $1,500.
Dang, that's way more than I would think to bring to Vegas.
Well, I'm saying like, how much you thinking to bring?
I have no.
After paying for your hotel, because here's the thing about it. Everybody thinks when you go to Vegas that hasn't been to Vegas that you're gonna spend all your money on gambling. Wrong.
It's an expensive place to be.
But not even just that. Vegas is the buffet capital of the world. So knowing you and knowing how much you love buffets,
I love
it's
buffets.
Gonna be so like, dude. And some of the buffets are so immense. Like there's a buffet there where like it costs like $45 or $50 a person, but you get champagne or beer of your choice, unlimited, and you got like everything from filet mignon on the left side to a dude that's literally making pizzas right here to lobster right there. You know what I mean? To like an Irishman doing like real Irish food.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy. Like it's insane. And they have a different style of one of those on every single thing. So we're not even trying to sound like a fat ass, but like I spent most of my money there on eating different shit because I was like, dude, this looks so good, but that looks so good, and this is like
that's gonna be a hard place for me because like I love food, and like for what it's worth, you give me champagne, I'll stay.
Dude, yeah, you can just drink champagne and eat the finest food that you can find and just like have the bestest of times. Like, and they always had cool stuff going on. So it's like, to be honest,
I want to see a UFC fight.
This next time I go to Vegas, I'm kind of being serious. me and you should go.
Yeah.
Because we would have a way better time than me and the last person that went, just because me and you were obviously way closer. So me and you could go, and I'm not even really gonna like gamble so much. I just want to go be in Old Town, because we stayed more in New Vegas, which is cool too. But I want to this time actually go to like old Vegas, like the old strip, and like hang out down there and do some like things and eat food down there. Because I'm not a super big gambler, so yeah, I'd be cool with just drinking a little bit, and you can walk down the street with your screwdriver.
Oh, I can?
In Vegas, you can have open alcohol.
Dang.
See, you can literally, you
can't stop me when I'm there.
First thing in the morning, you can literally pour up a screwdriver, like your fucking, what's his name, Randy or whatever from...
Oh, Julian?
Yeah, Julian, and you can literally, or your rum and coke, and you can literally walk out of your fucking or your fucking hotel room past everybody, and they just wave you hi while you're sipping.
Oh, man. Vegas doesn't want Jake with the cup out.
Yeah, dude.
Jake
it's
with the
cool
cup,
shit, man.
Jake with the cup's about 4 years old.
I had so much fun last time I went, and I think I could have had so much more fun if I A, wasn't broke, B, didn't fuck up my airplane situation, because I ended up thinking I did mine for 11 a.m. and did it for 11 p.m. and was stuck in the and was stuck by myself, because the dude I was with, his was on the right time. I was stuck by myself with no food, sitting in the airport for 12 hours. So that was a shitty time experience as well. But other than that, and being kind of broke the last like day and a half, I think I had a super fun experience and would have a way more fun experience this time. For sure.
Yeah, let's think about it for the summer. Let's think about it for
we gotta do it.
Think about it for the summer. If not the summer, when people are allowed to not wear masks.
Oh, we'll have to do it this summer. We gotta get it in.
When people are allowed not to wear masks in Nevada, because that'd be a big thing for me, just because like
I don't think you gotta wear masks on the street.
It's a buffet. It's a buffet, and I don't want wheezing people near my food.
I feel you, but I think this is gonna be, I think you're gonna have to get over a phobia like that eventually, because I think it's just gonna become our new normal.
Yeah.
I think masks are just gonna be the new normal, and that's coming
I'm for it.
That's from somebody, and I'm not, and that's okay. But clearly, I had to go somewhere today. I have a mask in my pocket because I know it's just, whether I like it or dislike it is irrelevant.
Yeah.
I gotta wear it. So I think that masks are gonna become a normality, especially in public settings like that.
Okay.
For sure. So
Keenan Boyz go to Vegas.
Keenan Boyz go to Vegas. That'd be good stuff. Maybe we even featuring the Gray Bush or something.
Ooh.
If we could get him off the leash.
Yeah.
Uncork the Gray.
Unshackled the Gray Gorilla.
Oh man, if Silverback went, that'd be a problem.
We'll have him falling asleep on things.
No, he'll have us falling asleep on things. Silverback gonna play. He probably will be smart now because he's of old age. He'll just sip his liquor and just watch us just
devolve.
Self-destruct.
I'll start speaking Gaelic again.
He'll just watch us self-destruct. You just see him smirk and leave.
No one wants Party Jake out. That's
gonna be a fun. That'll be super fun.
Yeah, that'd be tight. I'm interested.
Hell yeah.
Oh man. All right. Well, I think it's time for us to give some shout outs.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close to that time. This felt like a pretty good podcast.
Yeah.
Good
Very
conversation.
consistent.
I'll give my shout outs first.
Okay.
First shout is gonna be the place, Sky Mint. I was a first time person today. They took good care of me, although the atomizer that I bought from them didn't work originally for the pen that they said that it would work for. I came right back. They had no trouble switching it out and hooking me up with what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
They gave me very high quality medicine that really helped with my stomach and helped me be able to relax and eat. And I had a very good experience in there. It seemed very professional and very, very high quality. I know you don't partake in that at the current moment or anything like that, but
I can appreciate it.
If you end up doing it, and not even for the smoking, they also had a wide variety of CBD products, which, as a lot of people know, are non-psychoactive, so it does not get you quote unquote high. It actually helps you out with your inflammation, depression, nausea. Overall is great product. They also had a wide variety of topicals, which is rubs and stuff like that, edibles. They had accessories and tons of bud tenders that were more than happy to help me. So I had extremely good experience. So shout out to Sky Mint on Saginaw, so Skymint of Lansing. It was good. It was good experience.
Tight.
For my person I'm gonna shout out is I'm gonna shout out Mullins. Shout out my buddy Mullins. If you guys didn't see, we're gonna try to put those pictures at the front and the backs of our videos. I'm gonna see how I can do. I think I can do the editing on my phone. I'm not quite sure. Clearly, we're not super high grade yet here with our production.
Yeah, we're still trying to drown out some printed noises with music.
Right. Yeah. So, with that being said, we're gonna try to put those at the beginning and end. One of them, the one that actually got the most likes at the current moment, is the one that Mullins did, where he just had said that he's been brewing on some ideas and stuff, and wanted to show that he supports the show. So he made that just free of charge, just off the strength. So he made that string cup one. It has the most likes right now. So that might be the one that we put at the front of the video. And then our cousin Christian Martinez, of course, he's always super supportive of the show. He actually ended up messaging me like right after he seen that I posted that, and was like, dude, I do this stuff all the time. Was like, here, and so he must have like did that one that you see with our faces in it, and it's got the YouTube thing, which that one looks cool too. Honestly, it almost has as many likes as the other one. It seemed like he did that in like 10-15 minutes flat. So that one we'll probably put at the back of the video, and then Mullins did the other green one too that got a few likes, where it's got like I think it's got like to do with the mustache.
Do with the mustache, has the steel on it.
Yeah, that one's cool too. So yeah, shout out to him for doing those two.
Yeah, that's really tight.
I mean, of course, shout out to Christian as well for making that one too. They both said they would be more than willing to work on doing some type of stuff for us in the future too, if we ever need. So
yeah, that's awesome.
So
Thank you guys.
Super shout out to them. That was super sick.
So I'd like to give my first place shout out to, I don't think I've done it yet, but King Subs down the road. They were killing it today.
They drop chili on the sub too, don't they? Is there some place that
they have chili? I
thought there was a place that does. I thought it was King Sub that pours chili on top.
I'm not sure about that, but they have chili there. But they're killing it today. There's a line to the door. They had 20 plus people 20 plus subs that were ordered out, so that they're making. They're very fast paced. A single customer did not get greeted. Always high quality products. Never disliked their subs. Never disliked the service. Went in there today, got the King's Classic, treated like a king large. But yeah, what they're doing is, if you walk in there without a mask, they offer you a mask. How many people you got? And they give you a mask. You're a customer, they're gonna hand you a mask because you're a paying customer. Really cool. I got even though they had a big line and a bunch of subs backed up, I was able to get in there and get my sub in 10 minutes.
That ain't terrible.
10 minutes on lunch rush?
That ain't terrible for a line out the door.
Yeah. Big shout out to King Sub. I love your fucking subs. They're the greatest.
10-4.
And my person shout out will be to my new friend Emily.
New friend?
Yeah. I've been going out and having some dinners with my friend Emily, and
dinners, lunches?
Yeah, dinners. Let's say dinners. Just dinners.
Okay.
And it's been really refreshing to have a new face that's just interested in what I gotta say, talk, shoot the shit.
Absolutely. New perspectives.
Yeah, new perspective. Very not judgmental, and it's kind of like a good back and forth conversation with this person. Very interested. I just want to give a shout out. It's nice to have a different perspective and to meet another person that is wholesome.
Absolutely.
Wholesome,
super shout out.
Wholesome, not judgmental, very down to earth.
Yeah, for sure. Super shout out. And if this gets uploaded by tonight, might as well shout out Kyle Warren and Scott Marsh, because they both want us to. They keep hitting me up because they know that we dissed and they're trying to link up with us. So
yeah,
if this gets out by tonight and they're able to see it, we're trying to go out tomorrow morning.
Let's try discing.
Yeah.
And we had a bunch of questions this podcast. We'd appreciate it if you guys chimed in on any of our questions that we peppered through.
Absolutely.
It'd be interesting to know your perspective.
And if anybody has any idea on how should we broaden the horizon of or the spectrum of who our podcast is getting
Our
to.
demographic.
Obviously, we both put it up on our Facebooks, and I upload it to the YouTube page every time. But is there something that we should be doing? Is there obviously we're both new to it, so how do we get it on other DSPs or promote it better? If you guys have any better ideas, DM us, hit us in the comments, anything like that. Like I said, we're pretty consistent with trying to get this thing out there and do our thing. So we would love any perspective that anybody has and any new information.
Yeah, I'd love to know if there's any ideas out there that would help us with the podcast. If there's any talking points that you think we should hit, or you'd like to hear us talk on, or maybe there's some back and forth that we can have with the comments section and like bring it into an episode, integrate it.
Right.
I'd be more than happy to make that happen. You know, we want to keep what's working, and if something's
and then build upon.
Yeah, and build upon it. And you know, if there's any sort of constructive criticism, critique, or like anything that you want to like promote or like reinforce into our podcast structure, like it'd be dope to know.
Yeah,
we're just
absolutely.
two people that are out here trying our best to podcast, and we're hoping to get at least a group of people that are like-minded, that definitely want to like see us do better.
Absolutely. So yeah. So this has been this week's edition of Speak On It with the Keenan Boys.
Number 10.
Number 10, Spirit Fingers,
Spirit
and
Fingers.
we're out.
It was
Peace.